What is up, everybody? Merry Christmas, bitches. How you guys doing tonight?
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
You guys ready for this?
I am, yeah.
Absolutely.
Now, this is for those that don't know, for those that are newer to the channel, this is our whiskey advent calendar. A lot of whiskey tubers do this. A lot of us do it in a lot of different ways. I think I might be the only one who ships these out to our Patreon members, but for me, this is my favorite time of year. December is when I get to share a lot of the bourbons that I've collected throughout the year, and share those with our Patreon members, and just get their views. And in the past, we've done this blind where, in the past, the Patreon members have done this blind. I've known what I'm drinking. This year, I just sent my wife to the bunker, and she just picked 24 bottles and put them in bottles for us. So there could be good bottles, there could be bad bottles, there could be really expensive bottles in here. I never know from day to day what I'm drinking. If there's a bad bottle in here, it's probably something I didn't get to review. There's so many bottles I get throughout the year, that there's a lot of things I just don't have time to review. With that being said, we've got Brad and Brian, some of our Patreon members, joining us tonight. How are you guys doing?
Doing
Great.
Glad to be on here.
Yeah. Brian, I don't like the shirt. Brad, I love your shirt.
Oh,
Thank you. Thank you.
I just got to represent the golden.
No, it's good, man. It's all good. So you guys had sample one yesterday, right?
Yes.
What'd you guys think of sample one?
I was not able to get to it, but I can drink it now.
Yeah, go for it, buddy. Pour that, and you know what it is yet, Brian?
Yeah,
you watched it.
Yeah.
Brad, what do you think?
I thought it was good. I really enjoyed it. Surprised me. I did have down one of my tasting notes is spice. Had some oak in the nose and in the palate of it. But I thought it was very smooth. You could tell there was some youth in it, like you said. Man, overall, it was a good bottle. I think I put down $80 is what I would have paid for it. So
yeah, you're right on it then.
Yeah, it was very good.
Yeah, the youth on it isn't bad at all, though. It's not bad at all. It's for a 2-year whiskey. Holy cow, man! They are doing some good things at Hard Truth Distillery.
You can definitely taste the spice on it for sure.
Yeah, it's got some spice. So what was really cool is when we went down to Hard Truth, we tasted their new make. And when we tasted their new make, one of the notes that Brian's their master distiller, and I picked up in their new make is very like tropical fruit, like almost like a like mango or pineapple in their new make. And when I gave those tasting notes, I said I smelled like tropical fruit, but I still did not even click with me that it was Hard Truth. And if you like go back and watch my Hard Truth review where I knew what I was tasting, like butterscotch was the main note. And I was like, man, this thing smells like butterscotch to me. But I still didn't pick up that it was a rye. I didn't pick up that it was Hard Truth that I was tasting. But man, is that some good 2-year whiskey?
Yeah, it makes you wonder how good it's going to be in 5 or 6 years.
Yeah. Well, when I was with Brian, he's like, I don't know how long we're really going to age the rye because, rye can be good in 2, 3, 4 years. He said, I don't know that we need to age it much past that 4 years. So I don't know if they'll really age it much more. Yeah. We got at least one more Patreon member joining us here. Mike's here. What's up, buddy? You hear us? You're muted.
Mute, Mike.
Can you hear me?
Muted. And yep. Let me add Paul to the stream as well. What's up, Paul?
Hey, how's it going?
Cheers, buddy.
Cheers.
Hey guys, when you click on here, if you go to settings and then click audio, click the echo cancellation button. And that should fix that echo. Mike, can you hear us now, bud? Mike's in the middle of Florida. He might be having internet problems. Yeah.
I can hear you. I'm actually having to listen to you on a different device.
Oh, okay. Did you have the Hard Truth sample?
Oh yeah, I had it. What's funny is it reminded me of the Traverse City that we had last year.
Traverse City. Oh yeah. Blind it did, huh? So Mike, whatever you're listening to, I can hear it it's coming through.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna hold on.
All right, work it out. All right, you guys got sample 2 there, today's sample?
Yep.
Have you poured it yet, Brad?
Yep. I've got it all poured up.
All right. Oh, nice Glen, man.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Oh, smells good.
Sure does.
A lot of cinnamon, some dusty corn on there.
Yeah.
Good amount of oak on the nose.
Yeah, there really is.
What do you think, Brian? You like the nose on this one? Brian's froze. May just be me and you today, Brad.
That's surprising. That mine's even working.
I know. Ben was gonna be on tonight, but he's not feeling good.
Okay.
And then Ed, he's at another concert, Brandy Carlisle or something.
Concert.
Yeah, something like that.
Yep.
Paul, you like sample 2 on the nose?
I've got something else. I've been away from YouTube for quite a while, so.
Uh-oh.
Got your notifications, so I just.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
But I've got some Rebel 100, I think it is.
I'm having a hard time hearing you too, Paul.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, I just got some Rebel 100.
Rebel 100? Yeah, nice.
I'm going to try to get coordinated here, and I'll jump back on.
Okay, bub. All right, let's see.
Get a little honey on there too.
Take them off for just a second. Yeah, there's definitely some honey on the nose.
Mm.
So we got I've tasted through day 10. I recorded videos through day 10 today, and there is good stuff coming up, buddy.
Good.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can hear you. You're really loud there.
All right, I'm gonna turn. Yeah, I was trying to hook up the headphones, but it wasn't working.
Gotcha. All right, did you pour day 2, Mike?
Yeah, I got it. I poured it about 5 minutes before you came on.
What are you getting on the nose?
I get a little ethanol, a little corn.
Some dusty corn for sure.
Yeah. I can see the dusty.
Yeah, cinnamon. Oh, dusty corn. I'm not getting any fruit, really.
Yeah, but what I was saying about yesterday, it reminded me of that Traverse rye that we had last year. It was like I got that chocolate, peppermint, the York on it.
Oh wow!
I mean, it was great. It was fantastic. I've got a bottle behind me of that, and I think it was the first batch, and it was really good. But that third batch was way better.
I agree. The third batch was better than the first two of the Hard Truth Rye for sure. All right, let's see here. Let's see. Add Paul back here. Cheers, Paul. All right, I'm going in for a taste. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I don't want to persuade you guys, so I'm trying not to say anything. I have no idea what this is.
Me either.
Yeah, no clue.
No.
Today, I will tell you on the 10. Well, no, let's see. I recorded 6 videos today. I bottle guessed 3 of them. I have no idea what this is.
I got a list I'm gonna keep of all the days, price, proof, age, and try to guess distillery. But we'll see how it goes.
Awesome.
I got me and you, Lance, were right on. I said 60 for what I'd pay for yesterday's. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense, right? Usually with those craft distilleries, they have to charge a little bit more than what you would expect. So I'm okay paying 80 for Hard Truth Rye all day. When you look at the stats, you think, well, a 2-year rye, man, that seems expensive for a 2-year rye, but that is such a unique rye. It's not like anything I've really had. And when we went to Hard Truth, like we had some ryes that were, I'll just say they were distilled and aged on the company's property that taught Hard Truth how to do things. And then the exact same distillate, the exact same cooperage is what was used for the sweet mash. And just the difference of them aging it in Kentucky and Indiana is like night and day. They don't hardly taste the same. It's wild. Really wild. And the rick houses are different, of course, too.
Right.
But yeah. So what do you guys think about the palate on 2?
Doesn't have nearly as much flavor as last night's.
I agree. I didn't want to persuade you at all, but
yeah, I'm not I mean, it's I've had much worse, but it's not my favorite one so far.
Yeah, it's not. It's Daniel. Yes, that's correct, Daniel, at Wilderness Trail. Yep. Yeah, it's the nose. I like the nose better than the palate. It's not that it's bad. It's just there's not a whole lot there. I'm not getting much out of whatever day 2 is.
I got more out of the nose than I did off the palate.
Yeah, a little bit of caramel, a little bit of vanilla. It's a little bit grain forward.
Yeah, it just feels a little hot, and I don't know if that's because it doesn't have as much flavor. I don't know.
You think it tastes hot?
It's a little hot for me. Yeah.
Huh.
I don't know. It's just
At first, I thought It might be like a high rye bourbon.
Yeah, I would guess it at about 100 proof, but it doesn't taste hot to me, whatever it is. But who knows? I've shot 6 videos today, so.
I primed myself with some rare breeds, so.
But yeah, are you guys getting any other notes? Caramel, vanilla, a little bit of spice, a little grain forward for me. I don't know that I'm getting too much else. Not very complex. What's there is fine. You know, if I had this in a bar for, you know, $5, $8 a pour, I wouldn't be mad at it. But if this is a, you know, this might be a bottle I'd probably pay $40, $35, $40 for.
Yeah, that's what I put 40.
You put 40?
5, 30, 35.
Yeah. So if this is an $80 or $100 bottle from my bunker,
you know, 40 for
the
Oops.
yeah, oops.
A lot of times, though, you know, it's not just the bottle or the liquid, but the bottle. You know, it could be something that you've been looking for a while, and then you put it in your bunker, and then that's what sometimes you get on the blind.
Yeah.
It just
right.
it doesn't have any finish whatsoever, hardly.
Not really. Yeah.
No.
It goes away really fast.
I can't even guess what this would be.
I have no idea. I would have no idea what's in my bunker at that proof. It's probably it seems to me like it's a bottle that I must have just not reviewed. But Renee knows nothing about bourbon, so she would have no idea what she's picking, which makes this so cool for me because I have
Absolutely.
I have no idea what's in here.
Yeah.
All right, you guys want to know what day 2 is?
Yeah, sounds great.
All right, I got it in this sealed envelope, guys.
Knob Creek.
It better not be Knob Creek. Oh, dang. Oh, this is cool because I've never had this.
I wonder.
There's a reason why none of us guessed this. It is, hold on. Yeah, I'll just tell you. It is, she wrote one thing on here. I'm pretty sure this is it. So this is Whistle Pig's bourbon, the 100 proof bourbon. What's it called? PiggyBack or whatever?
Yeah.
It's not the PiggyBack rye. This is the PiggyBack bourbon.
PiggyBack bourbon.
Yeah. So I think this one like just came out like a month or so ago, maybe.
Okay.
That makes total sense. I mean, you know, it's just that would be I think that bottle, what does that bottle run? $50? Are you looking it up, Mike?
I'm gonna look it up real quick.
I think it's $50. I think it's I think the point of some of those PiggyBack things from Whistle Pig is to be more like a mixer for bars.
Yeah,
it seems like more of an expensive mixer, but
that seems to be the thing. I'm seeing all kind of recipes. It says it's 6 years.
Yeah, that's right. It's 6 years. Yep.
6 years, 100 proof, small batch.
That's surprising. It's 6 years.
Yeah, I put 3 to 4.
Yeah. That's about what it tastes like.
I mean, it tastes like that.
Yeah, $49.99.
Okay, so $50. So
$50.
We said we'd pay 40 for it. We said 100 proof. The nose was pretty good. I like the like dusty corn and cinnamon I was getting on the nose. It wasn't like too complex, but like you said, Mike, on the finish just goes away instantly. It's just gone. So one of the things I love about Advent is not only like hoping that a lot of really good bottles get in there that you guys have never tasted, but also, you know, hopefully like maybe we stumble across something that's sitting on the shelves that's fantastic. I think I can't remember there was a bottle last year everyone loved that it was just sitting on the shelves. I can't remember what it was. But that's cool. I mean, the really cool thing about Renee picking these is I would have probably never put this in the Advent calendar, but it's cool. It's really cool to have in there, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to see if I can find I doubt they're going to have their mash bill on here.
Yeah, it's got to be high rye though.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yes, that one.
What'd you say, Brad?
Because someone would be hard pressed to guess what that is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I am not a huge Whistle Pig fan. I've had a couple of them, but I can see where that dusty corn comes in with their profile.
Yeah. Yeah, it even almost turns a little nutty, but yeah, it was dusty corn all day for me.
Yeah.
But interesting. I mean, that's the first bottle of Whistle Pig I've ever bought, and then I just never got around to reviewing it. But I won't be buying another one.
Yeah.
How to get in your bunker that fast?
Well, because I set everything that I want to review or I'm gonna review back there, and then it's whatever. If I get to it, I get to it. So,
but you can skip the review on that.
Yeah, well, I mean that's the thing. Like a lot of them, I'll open, I'll taste them, and then it'll be like, this isn't even worth reviewing unless it's something like a bunch of people are after. And then usually like when I get a bunch of those bottles that are like, a quarter empty and they still 3/4 full, I'll just call one of my buddies, say, hey, I got to get rid of some of this. You want any of these? They'll run over and snatch them up.
Yeah, I just got 2 bottles. One's a Knob Creek store pick from like 2018. I found in a store near us.
Oh, dang.
And then a Maker's pick that's from 2019 from the same store. And
wow.
I opened those. Those were fantastic.
Oh, I love those Knob Creek picks, man.
Yeah.
I might have some Knob Creek tonight watching the game. I might need to drown my sorrows away anyway.
You'll be celebrating the victory.
I hope so. I sure hope so. Well, I could tell you guys tomorrow, you're going to like tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a lot of good ones coming up. So
I'm looking forward to it. I've got to travel a little bit for work next week. So I'll have to pack it up real secure, a couple of samples as I go out of town and taste them while I'm out of town.
Yeah. Yeah. I love doing this. I love hearing from you guys. I love tasting these blind, and I'm excited too about the best bourbons of 2022 video.
Yeah,
so that'll be fun. I got to ship those out to you guys. Did your samples arrive okay, or were they all over the place?
I had a few that were out of place.
You did?
Mine were kind of all over the place, but you sealed them nicely because none of them leaked.
Okay.
Yeah, none leaked, none broke.
Okay.
All the olive oil that I got was intact.
That looks good. I had one of them broke apparently. So
okay.
So anyway, but
I appreciate you doing it. I know I was a little bit. I didn't say anything, but I was a little disappointed when at first you thought you might not. But I was like, well, it is what it is, and but I was really, really excited when you said you changed your mind.
Yeah, well, I mean, I thought about it. I was like, I got to figure out a way to do it because this is one of the things. Like everyone does advent calendars, but nobody does it with their Patreon members that I know of, and that's what I think makes our channel special.
Yeah, I know a lot of them do that where they send it to them, and they review it or something blind. But
yeah,
this is cool. I mean, we all get to experience it together. It's a good time.
Yeah, I like this a lot more. I hope in like coming years we'll be able to do, send out 24 calendars instead of 13 or 14. But man, it's a lot of work.
Lance, do you have any left?
That it is.
Any calendars left?
Yeah.
No, it's because since we can only sell like 13, we just sell them to like the top Patreon members, and they're gone in about 10 seconds. Yeah, I would love one day to be able to do it for everybody, but so one bottle will get us about 14 samples, one for me and then 13 other ones that we can distribute. So I'd need 2 bottles of everything probably to do that. So
no, that's fair.
Hopefully one year it grows enough that we can do that. But it takes my wife and I all day to package those, and usually we have blisters on our hands by the time it's done because we're trying to tighten those damn things, and then to send them all out, it's a lot of work, but I love it. And I was real bummed when I got busted at UPS, and then and I was like, I got to figure out a way to get this done because the other way is
only UPS that cares.
Yeah, exactly. So
Well, I might just show up at your door and bug you for a couple.
Hey, anytime you want, Paul. Anytime you want. What's up, Tim? Tim said this is awesome. Really enjoy the format. Yeah, thanks, man. I like it this way. It's fun to share samples with everybody and talk about it and see difference of opinions and different things everyone tastes. And usually we ignore Ben's palate and everyone else's we pay attention to.
I told my wife whenever I saw the post, I was like, I know what I'm getting for Christmas from you. I've already figured it out.
That's right.
This was my Christmas present. So
yeah.
Early.
Well, you're not going to be disappointed this next week, I don't think. So some good samples. Just I don't know what you guys have had and what you haven't. So it'll be fun. Mike's probably tried everything, haven't you, Mike?
No, I've had some good stuff. I sent that in the Discord. I mean, I just had the King of Kentucky, the 15 year from this year. Oh man, that was good.
That stuff's good.
But I mean that's the third time I've had it, and the whole time, I've been doing this for a while, and but I don't get everything. Luckily, I am affiliated with the liquor store, and I help them out with picks and stuff. But other than that, it's not like I can get anything I want anytime.
What's your favorite pour of the year so far, you think?
Oh man. It's gonna have to be between Russell's 13, and which that has a place in my heart.
Yeah, sure.
And the Woodford batch proof.
Oh yeah. Well, the Woodford batch proof, I mean, that has a lot of the similar DNA as the King of Kentucky to me.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. Taste. I mean, same. I wouldn't say it's as good as King of Kentucky, but that stuff is damn good, man.
Right. And actually, that's what I said. A buddy of mine was at the store when we got it, and we cracked it open. We both had a pour, and I'm like, man, this really tastes like that Woodford. So we came back here and poured some, and it was very, very similar.
Yeah.
Obviously, the King of Kentucky was more viscous and just more oak, and it was just it was here, and what the King was here, but it's King for a reason.
Yeah, right. Daniel said he scored a Russell's 13 today. Yeah, man, that stuff's so good. The only thing, I can't put it in our bourbon of the year running because I didn't find it on the shelf. So I try to keep everything that's our bourbon of the year stuff that I found on the shelf at near MSRP.
I did. So
you found it on the shelf?
Yeah, actually, my buddy called me. He was in Key West for the weekend, and it was sitting on the shelf.
Wow, was it pretty good price?
Yeah, I think it was like $110.
Oh shit!
Good. Yeah, that's good.
Only he didn't have they couldn't buy a case of them, huh?
No, they only had the one.
Wow.
He said the lady said she got 3 of them in, and that was the last one. So.
Wow, unbelievable. Tim says he's a big fan of Larceny C922. I haven't had C922, but B522 is in my bourbon of the year running. That shit is good. And I heard C922 is better, so
it's really good. And I just got the Kentucky Tea Bookers. That's really good too.
Is it really?
Mm-hmm.
Is it better than the Bardstown batch from last year?
I don't know if it's the nostalgia of that bottle.
Yeah.
Or not, but it's close.
It's close, huh?
But I think the Bardstown's better, but it could also just be the whole event of that bottle last year.
Yeah, that was special, man. Having that at the get together and it being so good, and then winning our bourbon of the year.
Yeah,
that was pretty cool. Daniel said he got it for $99. Damn.
Oh yeah.
Gotta like that.
And he opened it like a awesome guy would.
Absolutely.
Yep. Good deal, man.
So
well, guys,
what's your favorite pour so far, Lance?
Oh, mine. Let's see. Well, I know what it is. It's my favorite so far has been the Hirsch 6-year
Mm.
6 year, 9 months. That came in at 138.8 proof.
The yellow label.
Yeah, that bottle is
Never
something.
found one.
You never found one?
Nope,
Well,
I don't think we got them down here.
I bought an extra bottle because I knew that it was probably going to be in my top bourbons of the year, and I knew that I was going to drink all of one at least. So it'll be you guys will get to taste it because it'll be in the flight for top
Okay.
5. It's so fantastic, man.
I
I'm really
tried it.
interested to see how it does in a blind though against other stuff. You know, it's
Right.
so different when you taste stuff side by side, and that Willet profile is so different than anything else that I'm really interested to see if it tastes weird or if everyone likes it as much. It'll be interesting to see.
Yep.
Yeah, I think the Heaven Hill 17 that I tried at Whiskey Fest was
Oh.
the best thing I've had.
Yep, I would agree with that. That was ridiculous.
Yes, it was.
Yep. That wouldn't be able to go in our by end of the year running either.
No.
You ain't
No.
finding that on the shelf.
No.
Half the empty bottles from that night wouldn't be able to.
Paul, you didn't make it to Whiskey Mash, did you?
No, I didn't. Unfortunately, it's been a crazy year.
Yeah, I get it, man. Next year you should go if you can. It was a good time. I mean, we tried Michter's 20, Heaven Hill 17, Old Fitz 17. I mean, any bottle you could think of was pretty much there, and we had multiple pours of each.
Wow.
Mhm.
Brad became a big fan of Irish whiskey that night.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Yes, no doubt about that. Yes, sir.
Yeah, Brian said Heaven Hill 17 was awesome. Oh, yeah. Daniel says Russell's Rickhouse is crazy good. I've heard such mixed reviews on that bottle that I don't know. I can't imagine it's worth $250.
No.
Have you had it, Mike?
Yeah. It's good. Comparatively, if you're gonna buy even a single barrel or single barrel store pick, or even the Russell's 13 for 180, whatever, and then you're gonna pay 250 for that bottle. It's just there's no way. It's not 2 times better. It's not as good at all.
Yeah.
I mean, I liked it.
Sure.
I'm a big Russell's fan, big Wild Turkey fan. Rare Breed is my go-to. But with the complexity was there. It was viscous. It was nice, but it was not. I couldn't imagine paying $250 when I can get either a store pick or a single barrel that's just a little bit not as good.
Or like you said, like if you're getting Russell's 13 for $110, and then that's $250, I just have a hard time believing it's twice as good as Russell's 13. You know?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, bourbon's getting kind of crazy. I bought that Remus Repeal Reserve, whatever it is, Gatsby Reserve.
Yeah.
And it's like $250. Yeah, I had the Gatsby. And it's good. It's really good. If it was $100, I would be thrilled with it. At $250, it's just not. I mean, you'll see. I have a review. I'll probably get that review out this month, and with all these other reviews we have coming out. But I think the only ones I have left are the Remus Gatsby Reserve and the Elijah Craig, the latest release of the Elijah Craig, which is fantastic. You guys. That I think that'll probably be in our Bourbon of the Year running too. The latest release of Elijah Craig Barrel Proof. It's freaking fantastic.
The C922.
Yeah, it's like that is. I had it next to A120, and I've had it next to all the 2020 batches, which are fantastic. And I think it's right there with those. It's really good.
Well, I saw something that surprised me as far as bourbon goes. Is in Alabama, we're state controlled, and they do a once a year lottery type thing that you put in for a drawing. And the first time I've ever seen this on any list in Alabama, they're going. I don't know how they got it. A bottle of King of Kentucky. They're going to have that on the table, one of the table one bottles. Because I thought that was. I've always heard that's only in Kentucky and one or two other states.
They show up in Illinois, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good juice, though.
Tim says CNF picks are top notch for him. I think Narav said it's good. I think he's talking. I don't think he's talking about Russell's 13. I think he's talking about the Rick House one. I'm assuming
the Old Elk double wheat was good.
Yeah. The only reason it won't be in that tasting is just because it's not a bourbon, technically. Yeah. So we won't have it in there. I'm debating whether to put some finished stuff in there. What do you guys think? Should finished stuff stay out of it?
I mean, in my opinion, it depends on how many you have that are in there.
Yeah.
If you already had 5 bourbons, 6 bourbons,
and leave it out.
Like, oh yeah, these are in, then I would say no. But if you only had 2 or 3, then I would put. I got the Foregate, the Barbosa Creek, and the Perry Perry that were fantastic.
The Foregate. You see, you're reading my mind. It's the Foregate, and I'm just like, man, that's finished in a couple different casks. I don't know that I can throw that in there.
Which one?
19, batch 19, so damn good.
Okay.
I think it's finished in rum and sherry, if I remember.
Okay, I just got the Andalusia Key, which is I think that's the one that's the bourbon finished and rum and sherry. I'm trying to look at it. Yeah, Spanish Oloroso sherry and rum cask, and it's good. I like it. I don't like it as much as the Barbosa Creek, which was their bourbon finished and I want to say port, but it might be sherry.
Okay.
But that one was my favorite. That one was I drank half the bottle, me and my buddy, the first night we had it.
I just don't know if it's fair to put bourbons up against finished stuff,
Yeah, I get that.
I might we might do 3. We might vote between 3 of my top bourbons and then 3 of my top ryes instead of doing 5 bourbons. We'll see.
Yeah.
Purdy said C922 absolutely great. Not sure it would be my pick of the year, but it's up there. Yeah, it's so good, man. What's in your top, buddy? Narav said Rick House was good, but free. So yeah, I bet if it's free, fantastic. It's a sample. He said he had a sample. Yeah, that makes a big difference.
What about most disappointing for you guys this year? Maybe one you thought was going to be pretty good that turned out to not be so much?
The Old Forester birthday bourbon.
Oh, I haven't had that. I saw Chad and Sarah tasted that on its bourbon night today. Blind. They didn't know what they were tasting.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and they said they didn't care for it.
It's very mellow, and it's not got its normal punch. It's just kind of almost it's not flat, but it's almost flat to where you just taste it. It's kind of one note and it's gone.
Really? That sucks.
It's the worst birthday bourbon I've had.
I'm actually not disappointed that I didn't win
it. So past that, if I have a chance to grab it in a lot. Well, I mean, you could still get rid of it for $1,200.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Trade it for some stuff you do want.
Right. That's a good trade bottle, I guess.
I think for me, the Smoke Wagon, the second group that came out, I was very disappointed in that.
I am convinced that that those batches got worse after the first release, because I reviewed the first release and it was really good, and I've tasted another batch and it's youthful, and the first one I tasted was not youthful. Yeah, I'm convinced of that.
Yeah. But as usual, I found many more that I liked than I didn't like this year.
You found more what?
I found more bourbons that I do like than I did not like. That's for sure.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's you guys will see in the Advent coming up, there's a bottle that that I like that I gave a bad review on. When I tasted it blind, I liked it, but it's a different bottle. And several people told me, you must have got a bad bottle of it. And I was like, I don't think so. But I think I really think I did. And you'll see why in the review. I don't want to spoil what day it is for you guys. So.
Yeah. So I don't know what day it is, but speaking of, the Lumberyard batch was great.
Okay.
I don't know what you got going on, but
that's the one. That's the one I'm talking about, Mike. Yeah.
Okay, I thought so.
Yeah. So the second bottle, so it's in the lineup, not to spoil it for you, but it's in the lineup. You won't know what day it is.
Yeah, it's fine.
But that like Sharpie note I got in my review is nowhere to be found in this bottle. Like nowhere. I even go back and I'm like trying to find it and I'm like, it's not there. So yeah, I think it's and I even bottle guess it. I taste it and I know immediately what it is. And I'm like, but it can't be what I think it is because there's no Sharpie note on the back end of it. And anyway, it's hysterical.
Yeah, thanks for the Sharpie note, by the way. I get that on every single Architect series that I have had now.
It's a lot of the so on Nulu products, on Penelope products, a lot of double oaked products. I get it so much. It's crazy. And we went and we did some Nulu picks and we specifically, like, I was like, I don't like that one. It's got that note. I don't like that one. And the guy that was the owner's son that was helping us pick a barrel, he after I told him that, he said the same thing. He's like, yeah, thanks for that.
I never picked it out, but as soon as you said it, I'm like, oh, that is exactly what it is. Jeez. It was great until I heard it.
Once your brain locks onto it, man, it's hard to get past it.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard. Yeah. Let's see. He said 2022 pick would be 4-Gate Batch 22 Indiana Foundation. I have not had that, but 4-Gate, man, they're doing some good stuff.
Yeah, it's hard though because I mean $200. I get it.
Yeah,
they have to ship the barrels. They have to store them. They finish whatever and I get it. It's a lot of money in the process, but it's hard. I'd love to have more. I've got three bottles and but I'd love to have more, but it's hard.
So much.
Anything over that 175, 200, it's I'm very particular because there's so many good things out there.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what, like, just like we were talking about the Rick House, anything once you start getting up there in the price, it's like, is it worth it for that much money?
Right. Right. Yeah, and that's so subjective. If I made $1 million a year, hell yeah, it'd be worth it. But I don't make $1 million a year.
Right.
With 4-Gate stuff, what I always do is thank God for Narav A1 because I just go down there and he's usually got them on his bar and I'm able to try it before I buy it there.
Yeah,
and that's
nice.
what I did with batch 19. He's like, you got to try batch 19 and tried. I was like, shit, that's good, man. So I had no problems buying it because I knew it was that damn good.
We don't. That's one thing I wish we got down here that we don't. It may be in North Florida, but where I'm at, Sarasota area, I've never seen one in a store.
Rob said it's grainy. I hear they removed grainy. So did you guys happen to catch Jackie Zykin's interview? Before I even go into it, have you guys had Hidden Barn?
No.
I saw a review and no.
So she was quoted in this article talking. She's kind of pissed off because it sounded like she was pissed off or annoyed because everyone's saying that Hidden Barn's bourbon is grain forward, and she's like, everybody's just so used to strip down and neutralize bourbon, and we're trying to bring the grain forward. And I was like, oh, you want your bourbon to be grain forward? I'm out. It's just such a at least she's admitting her bourbon tastes like shit.
You mean they're 3-year-old whiskeys?
They're 3-year-old whiskeys, but they want it to be grain forward, just so you know. Like
up until it's not.
Yeah, I have a problem with a distillery that most people, I wouldn't say everyone, because I know a lot of people that like them, that like Hidden Barn, but most of your consumers are telling you they don't like it, and you're trying to tell them they're wrong. Like, good luck, man. Rest in peace, Hidden Barn. But you know, knowing that you're going to double down on that profile, I don't ever need to buy another bottle again.
Right.
You know,
Yeah, every distillery has a distinct, you know, like some distilleries, you know, you get that musky, damp wood, and some you don't. You know, everyone has that their certain flavor profile, but when it's all corn, what's
I just if I wanted that, I'd just gnaw on corn. I just go get a horse feed sack and just start chucking that in my mouth.
Yeah.
But yeah, for her to say that, just kind of hysterical. But some people really like that, and that's fine if you like that. I just don't. And for her to act like that's, you know, that's part of their
I would
plans.
love to love $50 whiskey.
Yeah.
I don't, unfortunately.
Well, you know, she's saying it's stripped down and neutralized, and so I don't know if she was like suggesting Old Forester stripped down and neutralized, but it's like, you know, like Ben said last night when I was talking, we've all tasted bourbon from the 70s, and their goal wasn't to strip it down and neutralize it back then, and it didn't taste grain forward, you know.
Right.
So I don't know. I think it was just silly, but whatever. I just don't need to buy it anymore. It's horrible. I've had 2-3 different bottles of it, and it's just not for me. Not for me.
There's so much out there, new stuff over the last year or two. It's really tough almost to get to it all.
It's so hard, man. You can't possibly get to it. Like Paradis said, have you had Dixon 2 Times Oak? No, I haven't had it. I've heard good things, but I haven't had it. I just saw somebody did a review of that next to Barrel Vantage, and I don't know this guy's palate, but he liked Barrel Vantage better. Have you had it, Mike?
I got a bottle. I think it's good. It's not complex. It's not. It doesn't have a long finish. It's kind of easy to sip. Honestly, it's crushable. I could sit here. I could probably sit here and talk to you guys for 2 hours and drink the whole bottle.
Oh, nice.
It's good. It's a good sipper, but I mean, it's I think what $100. I think.
Yeah, it's $100.
So for a sipper, I mean, maybe to get your night started because it's easy going, but I like it. I kind of just bought it because of that. You know, it's Dixon Deadman's first go. You know, that's something new. So
yeah. Daniel said, since you're a Beam guy, thoughts on 2-year Hardin's Creek for $80?
I first off, no. $80 for 2-year-old? No. I've not had that one. I've heard it's no good from a couple people that have had it. If you can get the other one, I'd get the other one in a heartbeat.
yeah, I've heard the other one's really good.
It's something Jacob's Well, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that one I've heard is fantastic. But the 2 years for $80, I mean, I'll give you a bottle. I'm gonna brew a bottle. I'll give it to you in 2 years for $80. You know,
yeah. They're one of the big guys, and that's $80. What's Hidden Barn's like 70, and theirs is 2-3 year.
Yeah, there you go. You can buy that.
Yeah, especially if you like that grain. If you want grain, they're all about grain.
Yeah.
I've had a couple of good store picks, Old Kirk store picks this year.
Yeah, I got one right here. Yeah, it's good stuff. Yeah.
I will tell you my most disappointing whiskey.
Really?
I got in a raffle for the we had the hurricane come through here. We had a raffle to help support people who lost homes, and I won a 13-year-old Old Scout.
Damn.
It's Dickel.
Oh no, is it really?
I took a sip of that. I just can't. It's so medicinal vitamin note, Flintstone vitamin. It's horrid.
I'm completely against Dickel in my mouth anytime.
Yeah, me too. That some of those Old Scout picks, Benny's has been getting 5-6 year Old Scout picks. Damn, they're good. They're really good. But that's MGP. It's not.
Yeah, this one. I mean, I didn't even have to look. I drank it and then I looked at the back of the bottle. I'm like, oh yeah, okay. No, it makes sense. It is.
Yeah.
Definitely Dickel.
Yeah. Well, guys, I got to get off here and watch the Illinois game, but thanks for hopping on. Thanks for participating in this year's Advent calendar. I love sharing these with you guys and getting on here and talking bourbon for a little bit with you guys.
Absolutely, man. We appreciate it. Thank you so much. It's fun just to be part of it and see what everybody thinks about it.
Yeah. Well, we'll see how next week goes, and hopefully you guys can join us next Friday.
Cool.
All righty.
All right. Love you guys.
Thanks,
Merry
man.
Christmas, bitches. See you guys.
Cheers.
Bye.